What's up, folks? It's your boy Coach Ty back at you with another one, and today we've got a special workout for Workout Wednesday. This is a new thing I'm starting, Workout Wednesday. At-home workout, HIIT style, done in 16 minutes from warm-up to finish. And we're gonna be using stuff you have around your house or apartment or dorm room. So you'll need a broom or a mop for our warm-up, and then you'll need a couple of towels or a really big bath towel, and then finally, water jugs. 2 water jugs. Hopefully you've got ones with handles. That's gonna be kind of necessary. If you've got those ones with the handles at the very top, that could work as well. So let's get straight into it. Here we go. All right, folks, here we go. First up, jumping jacks. We're doing these for a solid minute. And what you're looking for during this warm-up is you want to start trying to break a sweat. Most important part of a warm-up is literally warming up. Higher body temperature is associated with better performance and preventing injuries. Stay light on your toes. Tap those fingers together at the top. All right, done with those, grab your broom. Next, we're gonna do some broom rotations. This is to loosen up the shoulder joint a little bit further for our upper body work we're gonna be doing. All the way around till you tap your butt, and then back forward until you tap your thighs. Real simple and plain. You can also use a mop for this. Done with that one. Moving on, body weight squat to get our lower body pushing muscles going. So the glutes and the quads primarily. Focus on your range of motion. Make sure you're at least hitting parallel depth, meaning the hamstrings are parallel to the floor on each of your reps. And to get the hamstrings ready to go, we're gonna hit some good mornings. Hands behind your head, force your elbows back like I did right there to open up a little bit more. Hips back, hips forward. Hips back, hips forward. You're looking for what feels like a stretch through your hamstrings. When you feel your stretch in the hamstrings, push your hips through. Second rest, and then we're getting into it. Grab your water jugs, and here we go with move number 1, alternating row. So you'll pull one arm back and then the other. Pull your elbow straight back toward the ceiling. Look for what feels like a contraction in your lat. And fully extend the elbows at the bottom. Make sure you always keep a flat back. Done with that one. Second break. Here we go with our next move, front squat. So grab your water jugs by the handles, force your elbows up, and your water jugs should be sitting on your biceps and shoulders a little bit. Just like with our warm-up, make sure you're hitting parallel depth, the hamstrings parallel with the floor before you push your hips all the way through. Done with that one. Break almost over. Here we go. Grab your water jugs again, and we're going bicep curl. Make sure, again, focus on your range of motion. Full flexion of the elbow and full extension. So try to touch your forearm to your bicep before you fully extend the elbows at the bottom. Almost done. And rest. Now we're on the floor, so go ahead and get your towels nearby and ready. We're not going to use them quite yet. Our next move, push-up. And here we go. Now one tip on the push-up, the more you flare your elbows out, the more you're going to work your pecs and anterior delts. The more you tuck your elbows, the more you're going to involve the triceps. The elbows more tucked is easier for most people. There's some exceptions to that rule, but again, kind of tailor it to your needs or what it is you're looking for. All the way to the floor and then fully extend those elbows. Done with that one. All right, now we're ready for our towels. So go ahead and grab those, set them out, and you're gonna lay in a prone position. And here we go. This is a hamstring curl with towel, so make sure you're forcing your hips up for the entire set. You're trying to force the hips up as you extend and flex your knees. You know you're in the right spot, or you're performing this one properly when you feel your hamstrings contracting really hard on each rep. This puts the hamstrings in a very shortened position, so they should be contracting very hard. Done. Okay, last exercise in our circuit, the mountain climber with towels. You'll get your toes on each towel or your big bath towel, and here we go. So you're gonna pull your knees up toward your rib cage. Try to minimize the bouncing that's happening at the hips as much as you can. Think control while performing this movement. Try to control your torso and hips to the best of your abilities. Resting. That's round one. All done. Now we're gonna do one more round together. You can do as many rounds of this as you would like. If you want to try to just progress by adding more rounds, that's totally fine. But I'll give you some progression tips also on this next round, how you can make some of these exercises a little bit harder. We're taking a full minute and 20-second rest. All right, folks, let's get ready to go again. I'm jamming to some Dreamville. If you know, you know. Here we go, alternating row. So in order to make this one a little bit more difficult, what you can do is adjust the tempo. So when you pull back, hold for a 2 count and then lower for a 2 count to make this a little bit more difficult. If it was difficult enough on your first round, just keep it the same. And done. All right, here we go with our next move. Back on our front squat. Let's get into position. Again, try to force those elbows up. And again, what you can do here is adjust the tempo. So slow down on the eccentric, and you can even add a pause at the very bottom of the exercise. One other thing you could do is just hold one water jug. Now, that's not going to be more difficult on your legs, but it's going to be harder to balance and will bring your obliques a little bit more into the picture. Done with that one. Next up, back on our bicep curl. The one way you can progress this one is by adding a twist. I'm going to be putting out a twisting curl video pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. But start with a neutral grip at the bottom, and then as you curl, point your pinkies up. Your biceps also supinate your forearms, so you'll be training 2 functions of the bicep as opposed to just one. Done with our water jugs, and we're back on the floor for our push-up. Let's get ready. And here we go. Now again, if you want to make this a little bit more difficult, play with the tempo. So you can add a pause at the bottom. I'm going all the way until my chest hits the floor, and starting the push-up from a dead stop. Again, you can also flare your elbows out to further recruit your pecs if you want to get more chest involvement, and that's going to make it plenty difficult. That one. Back in our laying position. Let's get ready for our hamstring curl. Hips up, extend, and flex. Now you can make this a single leg exercise or do it alternating. Push one leg out and then curl. Other leg out, then curl. This exercise is pretty difficult in and of itself. Just keeping your hips up is a big challenge. But making it single leg or alternating makes it quite a bit more difficult. Done with that one. And we're on to our final exercise. Let's finish this up strong. Back on our mountain climber. Get into position, toes on the towels. And here we go. Again, pull those knees toward your rib cage and make sure you don't let your hips get too high and minimize the bouncing. I would say to make this one more difficult, just do it much more slowly. You want to make the abs do more of the work and not get your heart rate as high, do this a lot more slowly. And we are done. All right, guys, that's it. You can find this workout and more workouts over on musclewiki.com. Please go check us out there and like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend if this workout helped you out. And let me know what you want to hear from me next. I'm Coach Ty, and I will see you with the next one. Deuces.